What's up, wave makers? It's me, Mommy Tsunami. It's been a while since we had a Mommy Tsunami intro, guys. I'm filming. It's Friday, baby. Friday, baby. I've got myself a gin and tonic. Yeah, you're here, aren't you? Hi, Pop-Tart. I have a pump of raspberry syrup in here, so it's like a raspberry gin and tonic. I don't know, just in case anyone was wondering. So with all the boo shit going on lately, I haven't really talked about Paparazzi in a minute, but today we're gonna get a sick update on Paparazzi. Oh, also, God, my hair is pink. It's like accidentally pink. I tried to make it peach. The pink stuck too much, so now I'm waiting for it to fade so it can finally be peach again. Anyway, so there's a lot of stuff going on in Paparazzi. The higher up consultants are going fucking nuts. And also, Paparazzi has changed some stuff on their website, and it's a win for us for sure. But before we get into all of that, this video is sponsored by NordVPN. It's almost Christmas and New Year's. Hooray! We are smack dab in the middle of the busiest travel part of the year. And if you're going to be finding yourself away from home this holiday season, or ever, you're really going to want to utilize a VPN. So a VPN can help with a lot of things. Most importantly, your online privacy and security. If you're going to be using public Wi-Fi this time of year, you know, while you're out and about this holiday season, in an airport, in a coffee shop, no matter where you're going, a VPN will help keep your personal information safe and secure. Now, NordVPN works by sending your personal information through an encrypted tunnel on its way to the World Wide Web, so nobody can see your activity online. Protect your communications and personal data while browsing the internet on public Wi-Fi, literally anywhere you go. So this is something I didn't know about VPNs that I just kind of recently learned, but did you know that a VPN can help you get better deals on travel and hotels and stuff? Yeah, if you connect to a VPN from like another country and then go try to buy travel tickets, hotel stuff, whatever, different countries get different rates on travel. So you can literally find better quotes on this kind of stuff just by using a VPN. Like, you can literally save yourself money by using a VPN. It's wild. And even if you're not somebody who travels often, NordVPN can still offer you a utility in the form of entertainment. You can safely download torrents if you're using a VPN, but you can also just get the most out of your subscription services like Netflix, HBO, all those. Because when you connect with a VPN through another country, you unlock that country's media library on those subscription services. So yeah, get the most out of what you're already paying for, my guy. If you haven't tried a VPN yet, now is a good time because NordVPN is offering you guys a sweet holiday season deal. Go to nordvpn.com/SavannahMarie to get 73% off a 2-year plan plus 1 additional month for free, making it only $3.16 per month. Don't miss out on it, guys. Get that sweet deal. Thank you, NordVPN, for sponsoring this video. Now let's talk about Paparazzi, Pooparazzi, Pukerazzi, Papa Puke. What are the other ones? There's more. I think Papa Crapsy was one that I heard recently. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. So there's been some talk going on in the Paparazzi community, and if you guys watched my 3-hour-long video where I was mediating a conversation between Tracey and Geraldine Sousa against Patty, one of the secret guests they had come on, secret guest, her name was Heather Dill. She posted a video a few weeks ago where she was, oh, hi, Pop-Tart. Yeah, hi. She posted a video a few weeks ago talking about testing Paparazzi jewelry for lead using some lead testing kit. I'll just throw some clips in because it's a long video.
Paparazzi has always been a company that has said their jewelry was lead and nickel free. I was always led to believe that it was lead and nickel free. I did test some pieces the other night with my testing kit, but I kind of really didn't know what I was doing. But after the tea time tonight, I went back and tested another piece. My findings were, if it has lead in it, it will pop up that color. It popped up that color. Test 2, if you wanted to further test, contains lead. It pops up a purple color. Now, will I say I know the amount of lead that's in it? No. I'm not a professional lab. This kit was bought off of Amazon, but I will tell you that I was led to believe for 7.5 years that it was lead and nickel free. I have everything to lose. Everything to lose and absolutely nothing to gain from this. So this, you got to put, this is the first solution. You put it on the swab and it's going to give like that color. So we're going to let it sit for a minute. And this is the one that I actually got done in the surface. We're going to rub it for 30 seconds. As you can see, positive.
And we've seen before, even Tamara Rubin, Lead Safe Mama, had tested paparazzi jewelry before. Now, I don't think any of hers came out with lead, but it came up with like cadmium and arsenic and stuff. So there's that. But this kind of started like a wave of a lot of people testing their paparazzi jewelry, and a lot of them just came back straight up saying that there was lead in them. I never reported on that because I know that sometimes those like at-home tests can be a little questionable. But, I mean, there must be some kind of truth to these test results, because I was just sent these pictures today. So this first screenshot, screenshot of the website where, you know, December 1st, 2021, according to the Wayback Machine, lead and nickel free was on their website. But then today, well, I guess yesterday is when this was posted, but it says, notice anything missing? That's right, guys. Paparazzi removed lead and nickel free from their website, and they're telling their consultants not to post that anymore, that it's lead and nickel free. So I want to read a screenshot, or I guess a series of screenshots that was sent to me from a team called Shining Success. Team SS is what they're called, kind of announcing how things are gonna go from here on out with the lead and nickel free shit. Team SS, make sure you notice the recent changes to the description of the jewelry. Our amazing jewelry hasn't changed, but corporate has removed the term lead and nickel free from the description. It's still the same jewelry, made with the same materials and high standards as always. Our jewelry still meets and exceeds the government safety standards, which many costume jewelry manufacturers don't care to do. Read up on the California proposition. If we follow that, our jewelry is of better quality than a lot of items we use daily. Make sure you adjust your marketing accordingly. Please read the information below, as it gives an excellent description of materials used, testing procedures, and governmental standards. The information below conveys completely just how safe our jewelry is and strengthens confidence and pride, as many popular jewelry suppliers do not meet these standards. There's more to this, but okay. A few things. If they were so certain and sure that their jewelry was lead and nickel free, why take it away? If it's true, why take it off? I also think it's funny that they just like kind of straight up blatantly admit like it's costume jewelry. It's like, so is it, you know, high quality, great deal for $5 jewelry, or is it costume jewelry? Like, they're just straight up admitting it. Some of them take a lot of offense to calling it costume jewelry, but right here, this Shining Success team is just straight up saying it. What is the jewelry made of? Paparazzi jewelry meets applicable consumer safety laws and regulations in the United States. The metals found in paparazzi accessories pieces are primarily made of iron and include other trace minerals. Those trace minerals are made up of a metallic alloy of either zinc, steel, aluminum, or copper. Before our jewelry is sold, paparazzi tests its jewelry for chemicals of concern using labs that are accepted by the United States Consumer Product Safety Commission. Paparazzi jewelry is required to undergo testing for compliance with California's Proposition 65, which includes testing for all heavy metals, including lead, nickel, cadmium, as well as phthalates. Phthalate. California's Proposition 65 is one of the most stringent consumer laws in the United States, and paparazzi's jewelry complies with Proposition 65. I mean, and that's great. That just means that they're meeting industry standards, right? But what I don't get is that, like, if this is the same jewelry it's always been, then why the fuck is this change even necessary? Was there false advertising this whole time, or are they just, I don't know, what other reason would it be? Are they planning on getting a new supplier that will be including lead and nickel? Because that's not good. Paparazzi accessories are not hypoallergenic. Some of the paparazzi products are made of actual leather, which, first of all, what? Isn't real leather expensive? Like, I have this thing, and I mean, I'm telling you right now, yeah, this is paparazzi jewelry. This is not real leather. So, but how can you sell a piece of jewelry that's made of real leather for $5? Unless it's like the Z pieces or, you know, whatever. I don't know. I don't believe that. Anyway, others are made from synthetic leather or suede, which is a mix of plastics and fabric. It is the same type of material found found in many shoes, jackets, and other apparel. While some people may be more sensitive to the smell of these items, it's not harmful. Wait, is that a topic of conversation? Because I don't know if I ever like noticed that any of my paparazzi jewelry smelled bad. Removing the bracelets from the plastic they are packaged in will help the smell dissipate more quickly if desired. This is all very interesting, isn't it? But right, okay, the whole like paparazzi's not hypoallergenic. I don't know if they ever actually said that, but I think that was the point of them advertising that they were nickel free because a lot of people have nickel allergies. Some of the bracelets and rings may have latex in the elastic/stretch band. Paparazzi recommends that those persons with sensitivity to latex buy the suede or leather bracelets instead. Okay, fair enough. So anyway, that's what's going on there. It's almost like there might be some truth to all the shit that everyone else is saying about what's actually in paparazzi's jewelry. I just wanted to bring that up to you guys. Yeah, apparently paparazzi allegedly has lead in it, and they have acknowledged it to the point where they took it off of the website. So that's something. Now, about the consultants going fucking buck wild, there's a few things here. Okay, actually, I just came across this video that I think I should probably share with you guys first because I haven't watched this, but it sounds very promising. They were talking about the whole lead and nickel free thing since we're on the subject. Let's watch this together. This is a Clubhouse chat going on here, which seems to be like active paparazzi consultants talking about all this. So anyway, let's press play. Let's react to this together. This is kind of out of the blue, but I think it sounds important.
Someone that I follow must have been in the room because I got a notification that someone was talking that I follow. And I came across it and I just was listening, and someone was saying something about nickel free and lead free, and some customer or child may have had an allergic reaction to something. It was very vague, and I was trying to follow what they were saying. But then once it went left, when they started talking really bad about the business, I said, okay, wait, this is because it didn't say former paparazzi as a group at the time that I was listening. So they must have just changed their name. But I was listening and they were just bashing and going left, and it just really got really bad. So I jumped out of the room.
Whoa, okay, hold on. Talk about fucking brainwashed, right? This person heard things that she did not agree with, and instead of hearing them out and listening to what these people have to say about paparazzi, she's like, oh, no, no, la, 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 can't hear you, no, no, la, 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 la. This is how these cults, because that's what these are commercial cults. This is how they operate. This is how they keep you in them, because cults operate under the bite model, and the I in bite model is information control. They literally brainwash you into the whole like toxic positivity thing. Like if you hear something that you don't agree with that's negative, get out. Like don't listen. It's all just a bunch of haters, right? That's literally like she just admitted to it. She's like, they're bashing paparazzi, so I left. It's like, don't you want to hear that? What if they make some good points, right? Like I feel like that's the best way to be informed in any topic, right? Any topic of conversation ever, whether it be politics, whether it be religion, whether it be MLMs. It's very important if you're going to call yourself an educated person to know the other side's arguments, to know what they are talking about, what they're going off about. You might get enraged to hear people talking bad about something that you're involved in, but I mean, if it resonates with you and there's truth to it, it's only going to be good for you if you listen to it. Like I understand the rage quit thing, but like don't call yourself an educated person if you can't listen to the other side, to the other arguments. And it's okay if you disagree, but as long as you're listening to them. Running off scared and being like, I don't like what I'm hearing, I mean, come on. She basically just admitted to that. I mean, that's a cult.
Room, they were like, just stay out of that room. Those are the consultants that may have left the business and they're just very disgruntled.
So let me be upfront and honest. There was a situation that came about a couple weeks ago regarding this. A few of our admins in Bling Nuggets and Coffee, and I stay out of that room. I don't want nothing to do with it. I am all about positivity, not negativity. So when I hear things like that going on, I run the opposite direction because I want nothing but positivity. And
that's fucking ignorance is bliss right there. It's just like, I'm happy as long as I never hear anything negative. And it's like, but you are putting yourself willingly into an echo chamber. And you know, if bliss is what you're after, then fine. But you cannot argue that you're not ignorant if that's the case, right? Some people live by that and that's cool, but like, sorry, but if you're running away from things that you don't like to hear and it's true and it's reality, then fuck, man, like, just give it a listen. Very often I hear, I was in an MLM for a long time and I always watched your videos and I hated you, but I would watch you, and eventually like your message got through and then I left my MLM. It's like, sometimes it is a long process. This whole topic of conversation always pisses people off, but I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. Every single person in a multi-level marketing company, regardless of their success, is a victim. Was a victim when they got recruited, is still a victim today. I do not see a point in making it personal. My goal is to educate at the end of the day. And even if people still are in MLMs, it's like my presence in their life might persuade them eventually to make a better choice for themselves and the people around them, and they'll get out. It doesn't matter to me how long that process takes. I think eventually it'll happen if you're friends with me. Anyway, to circle back around, I think part of what makes myself and others in the community more educated on what we do and therefore making our content more effective is by listening to people, by communicating with people despite our differences, because that makes you a more well-rounded and educated person by hearing out the other side and not running away from things that you don't agree with. Like, it's in your best interest to just listen, you know, and to not make it personal, because these people are victims. Whether you want to admit it or not, every single one of those people are victims. That was a really long-winded explanation, and I'm sorry. We can continue listening here, but I just don't like the idea of like, I don't agree with that person, so I'm gonna run the other way so I don't have to hear about it because I only like positivity. It's like, well, can you even have positivity without negativity? You know what I mean? Like, how do you know the difference if everything is all just positive all the time? Anyway.
because in my life, I feel if you're positive, positive will come your way. So
Manifesting.
that's how I feel. This was brought up in Bling Nuggets and Coffee. A few of our admins were worried about that because they do have reactions and they have never had any reactions. So just to be fair and honest, there may be a few of our items that may have a trace of lead in them. However,
there's no however after that. Like, lead is not safe. There is no, oh yeah, there might be lead in our products, but it's fine. It's really not fine, especially if you have young children who could potentially, like, I don't know, put it in their mouth and like suck on lead. Like, it's probably not a good idea.
Paparazzi does follow California's Prop 65 law regarding the lead and nickel. So if you've ever known about California's law, they are one of the I can't think of the word. They are very tight when it comes to that.
Strict.
So just know, strict, yeah. So just know that Paparazzi does follow California's Prop 65 law.
Well, I mean, they have to. If they want to sell in the state of California, they have to.
I just don't want to go into it too much because I don't want to feed into what they're discussing and their negativity and stuff like that. But
I mean, what is negative about warning people about lead content? I mean, I'm sorry, but that shit harms people. This is their mindset, right? The mindset is these people are saying that there are people being harmed by the product that I'm selling, but that's negative. I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that. It's too negative. It's like, okay, so you are so unwilling to put your pride aside that other people being harmed, that's not worth it to you to put your pride aside. You're not a fucking good person, dude. If that is where you're at, your pride is a big fucking problem because your pride is getting in the way of literally protecting people. But that's just too negative. I would rather live in my positive echo chamber with lead poisoning.
Just know if you are worried about that, a few of our admins did, because they wanted to make sure that they were doing right by their customers. So they did have tests done on the products. And they did go have blood work and stuff done to make sure that, you know, they didn't have, you know, traces of lead in their blood work and stuff, and everything came back fine. And these are These are individuals that have been doing paparazzi for a long time.
Why would you even chance that? If there's even a chance that you could be harmed by wearing this jewelry, or anyone else for that matter, it's like, maybe, I don't know, go find some other jewelry to buy. Support some small businesses or something. Just stop being in paparazzi, dude. You're not making any money anyway.
So just know that, you know, some of our individuals did do their due diligence and stuff. So I would just, my recommendation would be just to stay out of that room, because when you get into situations like that, it is so easy for them to start swaying your decisions and start swaying your mind.
Because we're right and we're logical. What the fuck? This is so culty. This is so culty. It's like, this 100% is maybe perhaps one of the best examples of manipulation in the bite model. So the eye and information control. Probably the best example I've seen of this thus far. It's really easy for them to kind of sway your decisions. So just don't listen. It's like, that should be your number one reason to listen to the other side. If we're so good at being so manipulative with our, I don't know, facts, don't you want to just kind of like, for a second, just kind of listen in? But they're too scared of being wrong that they just choose to be distant from it. I don't know, dude. I don't like it. But this is exactly why people get stuck in multi-level marketing and cults in general. I don't know. The upline or the leader or whatever is ultimately the authority there that you need to listen to, right?
And stuff like that. And it's so easy to start really thinking. So like I said, I'm choosing my own personal.
Hold on. If you listen to these people, it's too easy to get thinking. Oh shit, bro. Okay, hold on. Literally, she's telling you she doesn't want you to think. Just do as I say. Don't listen to these people because they're gonna make you think. And if you think, that's dangerous. Thinking, using your brain, using your mind to be logical is a threat to these people. It is a threat to multi-level marketing for you to think. Isn't that funny? When there's irrefutable evidence to support what we are saying, they don't want you to hear that, because then you'll think, holy shit. I love that this was an accident. That I fucking stumbled across this, because this is so bad.
So I hope that this helps, and I hope that it settles your mind and stuff and kind of does a little bit of an explanation to what's going on. So I apologize that was brought to your attention.
I'm sorry that you heard the truth. I'm sorry that you heard something that has some merit. I'm sorry that you heard something that deserves your attention and to be talked about. But instead, these people are like, I'm too proud. I'd rather take the chance of giving someone lead poisoning than listen to someone talk about the chance that that could happen. I cannot get into this mindset. I don't get it, dude. If you care about other people, you need to listen. You need to listen to this stuff. And these people will sit there and be all holier than thou. We know how paparazzi is as far as religion goes. They're all like God-loving freaks. They want to say that they're all Christian and whatever the fuck, but they won't even take the chance to consider that maybe the item that they're selling could, I don't know, give someone lead poisoning? Hello? Fuck, man.
Thank you, Jennifer, so much. Yes, I was appalled because I haven't had any reactions from anybody, but it was like they're trying to take down the company.
Yep. Yep, exactly. That's precisely what we're doing. And also to be like, well, I've never had a reaction does not mean that other people haven't, because they have. Oh, plenty of people have had reactions to paparazzi jewelry, by the way. But second of all, by saying something like that, by making a statement like that, it completely disregards the people who have had issues. It literally says, I know you've had an issue, but I don't care. Okay, but you're such a caring and loving person, right? You are the one that is holier than thou, aren't you? I've never had a reaction, so I guess these people are just lying. No, it's just frustrating to hear people talk like this. Well, if I never experienced it, then it must not be real. No, it's real.
And I mean, there was hundreds of people in there. And I noticed a few names that I have seen before. And maybe that's how I got notified of that room also. And when I went in, I was just like, I was appalled by the
The truth?
negativity,
No.
and it was mind blowing. And I will not go back into that room, but I was just like, I can't believe this.
Because you're fucking brainwashed. Like, oh my god. Do these people not hear themselves? I was appalled by their negativity. No, you were appalled by the truth because you don't want to admit to yourself that you are actively in a fucking commercial cult and you don't care about what is happening within that commercial cult to the point where you're going to throw your pride on top of your head and wear it like a fucking crown, like a paparazzi crown, and go, I don't care. People around me are suffering. I don't care.
just can't believe it.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. I love paparazzi, so nothing's going to
Clearly.
sway me away from it. But thank you for answering that question.
Nothing is gonna sway you away from paparazzi. Well, that's a fucking problem. That's a problem. If truth, if facts cannot sway you away from something, you are brainwashed and you are in a cult. How do they not see this?
You're very welcome.
You're welcome for being your brainwashed leader.
You're very welcome. And again, like I said, it's your own personal accountability. My choice is just to not entertain that. So when I see and that's kind of why I opened this room a little bit earlier, because I didn't see any other rooms open. And I'm like, if people are looking for a paparazzi room and they see that one, they may tend to be swayed to go in there just to see what's being said and stuff. And so I opened this room so we can discuss our business and talk about what we're doing and stuff. And
listen, if someone is looking for a paparazzi room and one has like 19, okay, this one says that there's 19 people, and then they said earlier there were like hundreds of people in the other one, I think one is going to be a lot more entertaining to listen to than the other. I don't know. What are you guys going to do to spice some things up here? Because y'all are fucking boring.
unfortunately, I pray for those individuals that are no longer with paparazzi, and for one reason or another, maybe they quit on their own accord or something happened and they were suspended or something. And unfortunately, I'm sorry that happened to them, and I'm sorry that it's put a bad taste in their mouth. And you're going to find that with any company, not just paparazzi, any company in this world. You're going to have those employees that for some reason are no longer with the company, and they're going to have a bad taste in their mouth. And unfortunately, that's sad, and I pray for them that whatever frustrations or anger or whatever that they have, that maybe their hearts will heal from it and they'll be able to move on. But like I said, my own choices is I choose to wake up every day and be positive, and I don't want that. I don't want to know anything about it.
I don't want to know anything about it. That's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's that. That's just, this is why I always say that I don't make my content for people in MLMs. I make it for people who aren't in MLMs in the hope that they will never join one and become one of these people. Because, like I was saying earlier, yeah, there are some people who have admitted to me that, yes, I did used to watch your videos and I did used to hate you, and now I get what you're saying and I like you. Those people are few and far between. Because for the most part, people will watch and immediately click off because they don't like what they're hearing, right? So I don't make videos for those people because they're not gonna listen. There are a few that do, and that's great, and I love that. My thing is educate so that they never become one of these people, right? I don't need you to pray for me, sweaty. I've been in 2 MLMs. I've been out for a while now. Like, I have seen the motherfucking light, and I've been where you are. Well, probably not. I was never really successful by any means. I mean, it's just frustrating because these people see us as just a group of haters who are hating for no reason, and the reason they see that is because this is what they do. They go, there are people who are negative about what I'm doing, and so therefore it's personal. It's like, I've never seen you before in my life. I don't know who the fuck you are, but okay, fine, whatever, take it personal. I don't fucking whatever. It's like, that's why I don't make my content for those people, because you can't talk to them. You can't have a conversation with them 9 times out of 10 anyway. Sometimes you can. Most of the time you can't. They have to come around to it themselves, right?
The reason why I know about this situation is because they're, like I said, we were kind of concerned regarding it. So I'm glad that I was able to share with you what our findings.
So they were concerned then, but they don't want to entertain negativity. But there was enough merit in what was being said that they found at least a little bit of a reason to be concerned. Okay, then what is it then? It's so hypocritical.
Were, and that's the only thing I can say as an independent consultant is that if there is a concern brought to your attention, that you do your due diligence as a consultant, and you check into it, and you do your research, your own research. Don't rely on everybody else. Do your own research and do what's right by you and your customers, and then move on from there. You know, it's so easy to get swept up in that drama and negative stuff and everything, but I am going to choose to leave it where it's at. So that's just my choice. Everybody else is different. So
I agree 100%, and I really appreciate you.
oh, you're welcome.
She didn't say thank you. But you're welcome. All right, that's that whole video. Holy shit. Okay, well, I'm glad we went through that instead of the one I was going to share. But so the last thing I want to share with you guys, because we were talking about leaders kind of freaking the fuck out, I just want to share with you guys some highlights from my time on Tea Time with Tracey and Jerry, and also Andrew Thompson. He is also someone I've been in close contact with ever since I started really going hard at the paparazzi shit. He's really great too. I think you guys will like him a lot, but I just want to share some highlights from that because I don't even remember what video it was at this point, but we've been talking about someone who is high up in paparazzi named Capital E. Her name is Erica Cole, I believe, and she posted like this long stupid thing. Oh, well, you'll see. I'll show it to you. But yeah, so she's a very high up leader in paparazzi, and we all kind of went through and just debunked all of her dumb shit. So I'm gonna share part of that with you guys. But I will be leaving the full link to this entire episode of Tea Time. It's like another 3-hour long episode or something like that, where I am much more active in this conversation than I was in the last Tea Time, because the last Tea Time I was a moderator. This time I was active in the conversation. So if you guys want to watch the whole thing, I will link that down below. But here are just some highlights from the part where we're talking about the Erica Cole post. It's quite good. I highly recommend it.
Okay, I'm very excited that I get to read this and then wait for the reactions, because I feel like I'm not going to use a funny voice because I don't want to offend anyone.
The reason why we have Andrew here is because he actually, when he was in the company, he was under Erica Cole. So he knows a lot about her style. And we are going to touch base on an actual post, a predatory post that Erica Cole is so commonly known for in the paparazzi world, flashing her Louis Vuitton clothes, her cars, her, all this flashy shit with her $5 bling on, telling you why you can be another Erica Cole in the company. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And I think that Savannah Marie is going to freaking love this, because I don't think she read it.
So I went downstairs and my son saw me, and now he's crying, and I don't know how long oh God.
You had to have your wine. You had
You
to have
broke
your
the
wine.
baby.
It says mom life. But yeah, he kind of had forgotten that I existed, and now he remembered, and now he's very sad that I'm back up here.
Can we distract him with anything?
I mean, my husband's down there, so.
Oh, well, I mean, okay. I was like,
I just left my baby downstairs.
no. I just meant, like, does he enjoy anything in particular, like a cartoon? Because I always had something I could turn on the TV and go, oh, but look at this! And they'd be like,
he likes Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but
word.
like it's getting late, so he's just gonna be cranky no matter what. Anyway, so I got wine.
Okay, cool. All
Let's
right.
do this. Savannah, you're going to love this. You're going to love it. Have you read this yet, Savannah?
I have.
Okay.
I love it.
So I feel like we should have reactions to my fellow paparazzi consultants. Recently, I've had trolls come on my post and claim I'm not a business owner as an independent consultant. Some are former consultants that failed, and some are just MLM haters. This is why it's important that you understand your industry and be knowledgeable about your business. I actually respond to them because I love debunking their false claims and proving how ignorant they really are. Let me help some of you that may be experiencing this. First, when they say you don't make your jewelry and you have to purchase from paparazzi, ask them, Does the owner of Amazon, Walmart, Dillard's, Target, or JCPenney make the products they sell? Wait for it. I'd
No.
like to start with all of those companies offer a wide variety of vendors that they can negotiate prices on, whereas with Paparazzi, you are trapped into one price point and one vendor only. In fact, one product only, because you are an independent consultant who's not allowed to do anything else but Paparazzi. You are independently free to be exclusive with Paparazzi.
Can I go next? Can I go next?
Yes.
Oh, she might be referring to the fact that Misty Kirby states that she actually creates all of these pieces and they are exclusive to Paparazzi jewelry. Oh,
I don't believe Andrew was throwing dice, but I'm not positive.
They are exclusive to Paparazzi jewelry. Do we not see those pieces all over the motherfucking place for cheaper than Paparazzi?
Yes. Savannah, do you have any response you'd like to make to that first item?
I just think this is a really dumb argument in the first place because, like, I don't think any of us MLM haters are, like, bashing them for not making the product that they're selling.
That's what I said. What's your fucking point?
Yeah, that's not it. Like, what?
That.
That's a straw man. That is a complete non-point.
I believe this was a made-up argument.
Well, I mean, maybe someone would say that, but that person would be a hypocrite if they shop at all those places also. It's like if that is an argument to you, then you better not shop at all those places you just listed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, part one is a moot point, like it's irrelevant, makes no sense. So part two.
Okay, second point. Second, when they say you have to follow rules from Paparazzi, ask them, are the thousands of Chick-fil-A franchise owners who are governed by the Chick-fil-A headquarters not business owners? Wait for it.
Is Chick-fil-A going to come in and steal their business away from them? If they do something that they are deemed to be wrong for, such as selling Girl Scout cookies?
Okay, like, I'm reading this again. First of all, like, again, it's a moot point. Like, yeah, duh. Of course they have to follow rules. Again, like, but I think what it is that they're not independent business owners. They are contractually a 1099 subcontractor. Like, we know that. So it's like, yeah, of course you have to follow rules. It's not a fucking secret. And then a franchise owner, yeah, like, but the problem is that they're running around yelling about how they're business owners. And it's like, but you're not though.
Franchisees are not subcontractors. Franchisees enter into an agreement, a contractual agreement, to utilize a brand and source products for that branding from a corporate location. Then they sell independently. They hire their own employees. Corporate doesn't govern where they get. There are a lot of supplies that are local. They get their own local supplies. They make their own hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
None of these things are. Paparazzi attempts to govern all of those things.
And I'm sure, across the board, everything is uniform with something as legit as a restaurant franchise, not where, we have people who are, one person's fired for something forever. And you can say, oh, they've been turned in over and over. Bullshit. Like, we've watched it. We've seen it. Jerry can do something because they don't like Jerry, because Jerry tells them, this is bullshit. So, well, of course, Jerry's going to get fired. But, Joe Blow or Erica Cole, for example, could do the same thing. And there's no repercussion. That's a big thing that a lot of people have huge problems with as well. Like, if you're
I'm sure that, like, that stuff exists outside of MLMs too. Like, there's probably companies where, it's probably not fair all the way across the board in those situations too. Like,
it does. However, Savannah Marie, when that does happen in those companies, you get unemployment. There is repercussions for the company firing you. There is no repercussions whatsoever for Paparazzi. That tells you to fuck off for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, a franchise agreement actually lists the period of time and the potential damages for either the corporation rescinding your licensing agreement and your investment being returned to them, or you backing out of the licensing agreement and what you have to pay them over a period of time. There's actually separation rules in place that are fair to both parties because it's a negotiated contract,
Oh,
unlike
are we
the
snuggling fur babies
single-sided
now?
contract that is the consultant agreement from this company. Hello, Pop-Tart!
Yeah, I just think that that's just completely incomparable, really. That's just another moot point.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay. Yeah, again, like, okay.
And I don't think
are arguing that.
I don't think any of those people, as they are selling the Chick-fil-A products, are making 65 cents an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that too.
like
Yeah.
what I said, look, we were driving and I was like, God, I wish I was on there right now so I could say this. I'm like, a lot of you are literally making less than the sweatshop workers making this jewelry.
I believe Roberta Blevins did the math and found out that it's like literally comparable to prison wages for like 95% of people in multi-level marketing companies or something like that.
And,
Yeah,
and at least they get released at some point. Mostly.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the third point. Third, when they say we don't make 45% off, not off our sales, ask them to multiply $5 by 45%. Tell them to use a calculator because most of them are slow. Then tell them we purchased jewelry for $275. Wait for it.
I mean, we just spent over an hour talking about this. Like,
I believe we've debunked the 45% profit margin. We don't even need to respond to that point.
This argument is extremely surface level. Like, here's the equation, and there it is. That's math. It's like, but you're not considering, that's the tip of the iceberg, and then there's like everything underneath it. You're not considering any of that.
Because they're pandering to people who only are looking at it surface level. They're trusting that ignorance will lead them to their little promised land, and it's only leading to Erica Cole's promised land and all these other elites' promised land. You know, like I can even speak for Jerry, but we sold like $80,000 a month in jewelry. Okay, $80,000 at $5. I have the actual receipts to show that. And we still had thousands upon thousands upon thousands of pieces on hand. Like when my ex left this house, he took out, what did we figure up? Like $180,000 worth of jewelry that was still sitting. That's retail value, like $90,000 or $88,000. I have the American Express receipts over there on the table. I can show you if you want. But
that's fucking crazy.
Wholesale value, $90,000 of jewelry, and we had nice, and this is what I want people to get. Our success and some of ours, it's not duplicatable anymore. First of all, the company's too far along. It's too oversaturated. But even when we had all those things and the creature comforts and a $15,000, $20,000 a month commission check as A-lister, and then on Maven A-lister it grew, we still had very little actual liquid money. That's what everyone looked at us like we were rich. We had very little liquid money. We were told, get the new cars. Yeah, you know what I got? A $60,000 BMW that cost me out the ass. And I just had to pay like $700 to get it worked on now that the warranty's over. Like we had all the creature comforts, the house, the cars, and we still had hardly any real money once we paid Amex every month for all the jewelry we were buying. And that commission check, unless you are a top of the top of a top, like your Lux jet setters, your impressionistas, that commission check's hardly even enough to offset all the money you're spending to run the rest of the business. Like, this is just truth. I'm not bitter and mad about this. I'm trying to, hope that people who watched me and bought from us will see that, look, here, the truth is this. I hate it. It's ugly, but it's the truth. And the truth is rarely what you want to hear.
Here's the fourth point. When they say our founders force us to, quote, buy, ask them if you are required to purchase 100 pieces annually, which equates to $275, is an unreasonable request, because that's the only purchase required from our founders to maintain our ID. Wait for it.
Can you reread that again? Because the grammar is so awful.
Well, I'm not even trying to dismiss her lack of proper editing. It doesn't matter because it's untrue. You have to buy 100 pieces in one calendar year to maintain your consultant ID. But if you do not purchase a minimum amount of jewelry per month, you actually do not get a commission check from your team. So this is a
Yeah.
very misleading statement unless you are only selling products, not also managing team commissions.
It's basically like that in every MLM too. Like
Correct.
you hear all the time. The distributors are always just like, "Oh, we have no minimum sale requirement." It's like you do if you want a commission check from your team. Like if you want your bonus check, you have to. You have to.
Which is and with these trainings that we're given, you know what, we did them. We traveled around and booked, event halls and stuff to hold trainings. And, the trainings that we got from like Erica and stuff, it was all, and even directly from the founders. I know you have too, Jerry. We've sat in the Dominican with Trent Kirby and people like this and have listened, and they don't train us.
I would never sit remotely next to them. No, even when I was that high, the only time I had to be that close is if she came and sat next to me because there was a seat open at the table, which I wanted to vomit. No, and I was never that close next to Trent Kirby.
Well, I've sat
to hear him spew bullshit from his mouth.
Stop it. That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, and listen to these kind of things, and the whole premise of the business is, buy. Well, build a team. Like if you're an elite getting training from a founder, you don't hear jack shit about how to sell all of this just gigantic amount of jewelry that you've got. You're not really trained on that ever. You're trained on how to build a team. That's where your wealth lies. Build a team. That's what it's all about. I mean, period.
His biggest thing that he preaches when he's on the stage, and everybody knows he says this, is if you quit in paparazzi, you're quitting on yourself. You're a quitter. You want to be a quitter. And so many people, Savannah, I swear this really resonates in people because they're like, Jerry, I would have already have left paparazzi, but I'm no quitter. You're losing by staying in paparazzi. This is the one time when quitting is going to benefit you.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the bite model, like emotional control. They're in thought control too. They're trying to get you to make sure that you are thinking in their exact same way, and they will shame you if you think any way different. That's a fucking cult. That is 100% a cult.
And someone actually made a point that if you don't meet the minimum requirement as after a regular base level consultant, it's 25 pieces a month or 50 personal volume. If you don't sell that much or purchase that much yourself, you can make sales on your personal website. If you sell 20 pieces on your personal website that they give you, you actually get zero commission from it if you don't meet the minimum. So it isn't just that you get a team commission. Some of your sales commission is also absolutely defaulted and you don't get it. So that may only be $35 or $40 a month. But if you don't meet the minimum amount of sales or personal purchases, then you also don't get your commission from sales. So people who say, well, they give me a free website. Well, that's fine. They give you a free website. You make all your sales from your website. If you don't sell at least 50 PV, you don't get that. And when you reach an elite level, you have to purchase more jewelry a month. It becomes 100 PV to maintain your commission.
And someone else said if I got $19, but it didn't hit the $20 threshold, so they just kept my commission.
Correct. And it doesn't accrue until you meet the minimum threshold. You literally just lose it by default. So you're working for nothing. You literally have money taken from you.
Like that's even like low in MLM terms, dude. Like, because that's something you don't hear, because that right there is kind of what they fall back on to be like, it's not a pyramid scheme. See, all I have to do is just sell the product and I get my money. It's like, if you're not even getting that, if you're not meeting a certain amount, it's a pyramid scheme. Like, dude, how do they not see it? Oh, that's right, because they're brainwashed and they're in a cult. That's right.
Well, and all the challenges, y'all, the challenges that your Erica and all your uplines tell you to do. It's all, what is it about, y'all? Is it about whoever sells and shows us the proof that they sold this many pieces today wins the challenge? No, it is about whoever orders the most today goes into a drawing. I'm going to be giving away $1,000 cash or a flat screen or whatever. It's all about whoever orders the most gets entered to this. I mean, it's just freaking like the writing's on the wall. Like, how do you?
The
not see
distributors
that.
are the customers, so there you go.
Yeah, we are the customers. The
Mm-hmm.
consultants are the customers. And whoever says they're not selling all this, the ones that are selling so high, they're selling it to other consultants. Period. I did it. I've got a year and a half worth of receipts in there right now. I could pull from comments sold and show that. Like times 5, times 10, like we maybe sold 5% to real people, like real customers.
Yeah. And I know, Tracey, you were saying the same thing too. You were saying, like, I think in our video, you told me like 70 to 80% of people who bought from you were distributors, other distributors, not even real customers. It's just wild. It's absolutely wild. It's a hive mind.
When we figured out that we had access to pieces that were selling out to everyone else and I could get them at 3:00 in the afternoon, I bought as many as I could, knowing I was going to sell them on to the next group of people who couldn't get them, because that is what the consultants above me were doing. That is what my elite uplines were doing. They were going live and selling jewelry, but all the people claiming it from them were current consultants. And I knew I could get in on that.
Yeah,
that is what you're in it for.
Right?
Yeah. Point blank period, dude.
So does she have another point? She goes on. The last
point, and I feel personally attacked. Lastly, when they say they are in debt because they have so much inventory they can't unload, ask them who made those purchases. Ask them what was their motive of buying what they couldn't afford. Ask them why were they saying they were top sellers if they weren't selling what they were buying. Wait for it.
Because it's a cult.
I purchased a lot and I was among the top sellers. That doesn't mean I was making a profit. I sold thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces of jewelry on a show.
I challenge this iconic bitch to show us all of her fucking inventory and what she hasn't sold. You want to make a statement like that, you misleading piece of shit? I challenge you to show the real shit, because you won't, because you're not real in anything you say or do.
That's right.
Anything you say or do. I challenge you. People saw my shit. I showed them my inventory. I'd walk them through the house and show them my motherfucking inventory. And bitch, you don't sell like I sold. And for you to hit the levels that you hit in LOP, you buy more than you sell. I saw your receipts of your $300,000 a year sales. I sold that in 6 fucking weeks. So don't preach that shit to people. Don't preach that shit to people. I did $1.5 million a year. You
ask her to show her
piece
commissions. Let's see where all her money's coming from.
But wait, because this is where it all gets once again super culty. Don't allow people to bully or mislead you based on their past experiences or poor financial decisions. You are a business owner. You decide how much money you want to make. You forecast your sales projections. You purchase what you feel is adequate to support your clientele. You market yourself, your team, and your brand. You set your own hours of operation. You put forth the effort or not. You deposit every earning into your account. You are responsible for your income taxes. You are responsible to learn your craft, read your terms and conditions, and build your market. You decide to recruit or not. It's all you, boss. This may not be for everyone, but it's for me. This opportunity has changed my life and thousands of others. I believe in the mission. I believe in the product. I believe in the compensation plan. I'm thankful that I get to make sound business decisions every day to ensure success. God gave me the opportunity to change lives.
Oh, wait. I don't know why I have a piece of paparazzi jewelry right here, but I'm gonna put
to all the paparazzi haters, cheers. We not going nowhere.
I wonder where she will go if they have to restructure their commissions like LuLaRoe did.
Well, don't you actually have to have profit to have a comp plan? I mean...
And what about production, Tracey? Weren't we talking about how we've kind of found that they make a certain amount of jewelry that basically guarantees that most of it will sell out, and then it will be then circulated back to completely within the company to the consultants? Like they designed it that way?
Well, they limit it to encourage fear of missing out. Their entire marketing scheme is, we will only make a limited amount of this one product. So if you do not buy it now, you will not have it for your company, and you will not have it for your customers, and they will leave you. They will leave you, and they will go to the consultant who did trust us, who did buy.
Our only other consultants. Oh.
I thought I put all my paparazzi jewelry in a bag, but somehow it's just floating around my desk.
Oh, girl, you have a mermaid bracelet. Those were like the hot ticket item after season.
And anal beads.
And anal beads. Look, that mermaid, we used to buy hundreds, like 300 of those every time they dropped. And then one day, because they all sold out to the consultants. And then one day, this is what I call the day the mermaid died. The green mermaid bracelet dropped. I think that was the first one, the day the mermaid, wasn't it, Jerry? The green mermaid, like she's got on but green. It dropped. We got 100. We go back to get more, and they're still there. We're like, oh, score, got them. Go back to get another 100. Score, got them. I look back 2 hours later, they're still there. Fuck.
Oh no!
I feel a song coming on.
Yeah, we still had about 200 of those whenever he absconded with all the inventory.
Oh man.
I feel a song coming on.
Sing it.
The day the mermaid died. And they were singing bye bye,
Miss
American Pie.
Buy every bracelet for a mermaid with a scaly sequin hide. And when none of the consultants will buy all your stuff, you're gonna have to find a box and hide them. Because when your husband finds out you spent $1,000, he's gonna divorce you.
And this will be the day that I die.
Like, I want to know what the people know. The people who don't
They're singing in that box far, far away.
I want to sell to the other consultants. They'll buy all this shit because they can't get on at 3 p.m. I'm gonna be a bazillionaire with fabric flowers in my hair.
You hear it?
Up where
the elite live, up where they're rich, where I can buy a Gucci belt too, bitch. I want to be with y'all up at the mall, part of your world.
Oh, I'm so doing a parody to that.
And that's tea time, bitches.
Wow.
I'm dying.
I teared up a little bit there.
Walking around with us, what do you call them?
Diamonds.
Down where they scam, down where they buy, they're the customers of my life.
Wish they could be part of my world. That's how it is every time.
Please join my team.
Sad.
I want to be.
I mean, I really enjoyed that post. I really did. Yeah.
Do you want we're gonna enjoy more?
Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for this? Because, you know, we're all independent business owners, so you make your own personal choices. But this elite has some advice for her team. Are you ready for it?
Before we do this,
so
one
good.
of my admins, can you pin the link to the recovery group in the comments, just so
Please.
you know what she's talking about?
Oh,
don't join it, right? Okay. Miss Curl, you don't look like you're doing too well.
The only reason I got to where I am is because I put my blinders on when all of the chaos was going on around me. I hyper focused and saw the vision. If you cannot feel the vision, if it doesn't make you want to cry your eyes out, that if you get canceled, then this isn't the business for you. Because I know what I feel in my heart. And look at this.
This is the most insane
remember
shit.
that day. I remember that day. That was the best day of my life.
That was the best day of my life.
Right there. Patty, me, Courtney, Mandy, all of us. was only in the business that's my first year. This is my group. This is my tribe that has worked so hard to get to where we are. We are one of the top teams in Paparazzi. One of the fastest teams to ever get to Impressionista. We are almost freaking iconic.
Lie detector says that's a lie.
We are powerhouses. We do not drag people down. We lift them up. If you are in the recovering paparazzi and not happy about it, that group I'm talking about. If you're in that group, you will be out of this group.
Ooh.
Period.
Period.
No exceptions.
No exceptions.
Because I don't know
Who to trust anymore.
who's telling the truth anymore.
Ooh, you almost called it. You almost called it.
And for me to feel that way about people that I've trusted with my life.
Your life? My life!
My life is you guys.
Me? Thank you, Colleen.
And you have control over my VIP group as well.
You're in control of your VIP group.
And in that group,
is she okay?
What's she just
now the bells are ringing in my
He's
head.
malfunctioning.
I think the bells are already ringing.
Bells are ringing. It is Christmas.
I am not going to give any more chances.
No more chances. This is like the Tati video all over again.
I don't care if this team has to be cut in half.
Cut in half? Slice!
I don't care if my commission is 0.
0!
It.
I'm not in for the money.
Anymore.
Oh, not now, because she's got all the money.
Because all my lives
God, she did not.
was to make a couple extra bucks in the beginning.
Well, you made it.
She's like, my house is paid off. I'm not in it for the money anymore.
But my why has changed.
Is it a Z now?
From making money to helping you stand next to me or to jump me.
Jump you?
I haven't heard
Is that
anyone use that term since middle school.
Does she mean like jump me, like beat me up outside?
I think so.
I jumped her.
Why did she just keep going? Why do you beat up Patty? Well, it's easier to jump over her when she's squatted on the potty.
I can't do this.
What the fuck did you just say, Tracey?
It's easier to jump her when she's
Squatting on the potty.
Patty did a clubhouse, and she was so, we don't know what was wrong with her. She said she was sleep deprived. She was so sleep deprived that she literally went to the bathroom, said, I have to go to the bathroom. I'm going to mute my mic, and forgot to mute her mic and was peeing publicly to an audience on Clubhouse.
So now we call her Potty
Patty.
Patty.
Patty. Okay, let's finish this video, y'all.
You are in this group or you are in those groups. So any admin, and I'm going to start to make people no, actually I can't. I learned my lesson on that one. Okay. Anybody who is in that group, please do yourself a favor and leave.
Thoughts, feelings, emotions, reactions?
I think that she needs help.
I believe that this is a prime example of information control.
Right? Because if you're in that group, you can't be in mine.
Exactly. So it's either us or them.
And I have to say that there's more than 2 choices. There's you can be in her group, our group, or no group. There's more choices out there than just the 2.
Well, they all want to say you know, this isn't for everyone, but it's for me. And don't try to take down everyone else because, you know, you don't like paparazzi. It's like, we're not trying, they're missing the mark. We're not trying to take down, you know, hurt them. It's not about that. Or, you know, the consultants of paparazzi, it's all these people who are sinking their life savings and, you know, all their money into it so that people like Colleen can then be rich. And if that affects them adversely, well, you've been making 200 grand a month for the last however long. I hope you saved up and paid your bills, because it's not right for you to mislead and take advantage of these people's dreams and hopes to encourage them that if they just buy a little more jewelry, that all their dreams will come true and they'll be you one day. They won't be. You'll continue to be rich and they won't. That's what I don't get. It's not for everybody. No, it's a fucking scam is what it is. And it's meant to keep all of you and Misty and Trent, Shani and Ryan rich. And everyone else to keep feeding them up the pyramid.
Well, Griffin just broke this paparazzi.
Yay, Griffin! Don't let him put it in his mouth.
Don't let him put that in his mouth.
So anyway, guys, as always, let me know what you think down below. That was a lot of fun. I always love being on Tea Time. I love Tracey and Jerry. I love them so much. I will always, anytime they ask me to be on Tea Time, I will be there just because it's always a good time. But now, of course, leave me your comments and stuff. We are going to thank my patrons and my members now. Guys, these are my financial supporters. They gain access to things like our private Discord server. We have a postcard club. You guys get early access to videos whenever I'm able to get them out to you guys, and a bunch of other stuff. So if that sounds good to you, you can go to patreon.com/SavannahMarie, or you can click the join button beneath this video to join my YouTube memberships. They're all the same, just whatever platform you want to join on. With that being said, the biggest thank you in the whole wide world goes to Cecilia Dudek, Elizabeth Wyatt, Nitty Dragon, Leanne, Marian Barajas, Meredith Nakata, Molly Wasilewski, Ryan Mew, Sheila Tapia, Tiff C, Turd Ferguson, hashtag Get the W, Weatherington Law, Alice W, Amanda Shannon, Amy Huffman, April Lindblom, Boris Geller, Casey Scraper, Katrina Rosemarick, Claire T, Danae Twitchell, Daniel Urena, E. Higgins, Erica Lauder-Craddock, Jerry Duncan, Hanimal Crossing, Heidi Ha, Julia Wheeler, Kim Cartwright, Critter, Laura Lynn Martin, Lizzie McQueen, Maddie Darley, Rachel McHenry, Samantha Jackson, Stephanie Hell, Tuesday the 13th, Emion, Kazanis, J. Marie, Auntie Lou, Colin F., Jess Kronfeld, Krista Scantlin, Sarah Fisher, Liz Plantasy, and Fallon Lowry. And to the rest of my fabulous financial supporters, thank you so much for being here and being you. It's because of you that I'm able to do all this, so thank you. And even if you're not a financial supporter of mine, thank you for making it to the end of this video, because YouTube likes watch time and you're giving it to me just by being here, so thank you. The algorithm's like, thanks, man. Thanks again to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. Keep making waves, babes. I'll smell you all later. Mommy Tsunami out.